there, Griff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome, thanks for joining me in today's video, which is decidedly not blues. It is definitely classic rock guitar unleashed today. You may not know this, but I do have a classic rock guitar unleashed course as well, and I have a whole lot of stuff on classic rock guitar as well as blues guitar, and as it turns out, I have released a 5 easy classic rock solos for guitar, so I thought I'd get into one of the licks from that course today. It's just something cool for you to learn. This is what this has about it is a lot of different interesting bends. I wanted to kind of focus on one particular thing for this lick, and I think as far as bends go, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better one. So let's jump into it really quick. We're going to be in the key of D minor for this one. So that's good old box 1 in D minor, right? Same pentatonic boxes, same blues boxes. A lot of classic rock and hard rock music is based off of the minor pentatonic and the minor blues scales, just like blues guitar is. So there's a lot of overlap there. We're going to start with a little bend. Okay, so we're going to bend the 12th fret on the 3rd string, a whole step, and then grab the 10th fret on the top string. So that's bending the 4 of the scale up to the 5, and then grabbing the 1. And then we're going to bend that flatted 7 up, which is the 13th fret on the 2nd string. Okay, so you can hear there's some duplication going on, and it starts with this first phrase. That little bit. Okay, so again, 12th fret bends up, 10th fret on the top, 13th fret. Then we're going to return it and do it again, but we're going to return it and hold it. Okay, so we're making melody out of this bend. Now, timing-wise, which again, always very, very important. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm really big on the counting thing. We're going to start, this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, let's do that again, because if you can get this, you've got the first 2/3 of the lick. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Again, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 again. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 4 and 1 and 2, a little faster. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? Now you might have noticed I use my pinky sometimes, I use my 3rd finger sometimes for that last bend. No matter what, notice that I've got these other fingers kind of hanging out. Okay, so my 1st finger in particular, when I bend with my pinky, my 3rd and probably my 2nd finger are going to help with the bend. My 1st finger, you'll know, is dragging along behind. That's so that in case I strike one of those other strings with my pick, or as I'm doing the bend, my pinky, or whatever, if I bend with my 3rd finger, it's going to be my 3rd and my 2nd finger. Sometimes you might run into situations where your fingers are running over top of other strings. Don't put them under other strings. If they have to go on top of other strings to make the bend, that's okay. Like if I go really far, you can see I'm bending a lot more than just the 2nd string. That's okay. So that's the trick here, is to get that up for the full step. Then you'll have to stop it probably with your right hand, and then up and back. Okay, so we've got 3 bends right at the beginning. We do it again. We do that much again. So we're doing it 2.5 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. We're just doing that top 13th fret on the top string right on the downbeats, okay? Nothing about this is super rhythmically complex. And that is what makes it, I'll say, easy, as opposed to general riffs and licks and solos that you might typically learn. Like, I get it, we all want to play, those cool solos from David Gilmour or, Angus Young or Jimmy Page or whatever, but they played many hours for many years and got really good. And so if you're not really good yet, it's really hard to play those things. It'll be helpful to you to have things at an intermediate level, something that you can learn along the way. It gives you a feeling of accomplishment. You learn stuff, right? You actually improve your skill, you improve your counting, you improve things that you're gonna need down the road if you wanna play Stairway to Heaven or whatever famous guitar, insert famous guitar solo here. You're probably going to need some intermediate steps along the way. That's what this is all about, right? So these are all on downbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So what I'm doing right there is I'm doing a pull-off on count 1 from the 13th to the 10th fret. And then you might say, well, Griff, how did 16th notes count as easy? Well, there's only one of them, and they're not syncopated. So most people, if you can't do a single pull-off like that, you can learn it. That's all we're doing is a pull-off from the 13th to the 10th fret. And I'll tell you the secret about pull-offs is you gotta think of it like you're flicking it. Like I'd rather see you pull the string off the fretboard from pulling on it. But seriously, you can do this all day long. I can quite literally do this all day long. You don't want me to do this all day long, but I can do this all day long. Okay, and the reason I can do it all day long is because every time I pull off, I give it a little flick, and that gives the string more vibrational energy, right? So I'm going to do a pull off, and then I'm going to bend that 13th fret on the second string up again. Okay, so let's put it all together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now, if you can give it a little sugar when you've got it bent up, that's great. But if you can't, just get it up and hold it to pitch. Okay, it's way better for now. Don't worry about the vibrato. It'll usually take care of itself. This is something that I answer a lot. If you want to hear vibrato and you're comfortable playing the note and nailing the pitch and holding it there, the vibrato will start to seep in if you want to hear it. If you're having trouble just getting the bend and getting to the pitch and holding it, trying to add the vibrato is just going to make everything worse. Okay, it's just gonna throw a monkey wrench into things. You got to do things in order. Again, that's why this is a lick that is not super challenging. None of the licks in any of the solos are super challenging because you need to be able to learn things and get success and actually be able to play stuff before you can play harder stuff. Okay, so let's go through the whole thing one more time, a little bit closer to full speed. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3. I'll do it one more time without my count. 1, 2, 3. And there you have it. That is a very cool lick. Again, it's in the key of D. You could very easily take this if you wanted it to be an E or C or A. It's not going to matter. What's important is that your fingers can make those movements. You can pretty much close your eyes and put it anywhere you want in whatever key you want. It's a great it's a great lick to have. So I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I'll leave you a link to the jam track that I used on the way in. It is one of the jam tracks from the course. Let's play around with that a little bit. It's pretty fun. It's cool. Kind of in the style of Fight the Good Fight by Triumph. I heard that song on the radio. I was like, that's an awesome chord progression because it's very much like, for example, Stairway to Heaven and dozens of other classic rock chord progressions that use that minor chord and then 2 whole steps down major chords. So however you want to classify that, it's a minor chord progression, but it's very common in classic rock music. So this is something that would translate to gobs and gobs and gobs of other tunes. All right, so with that, I'll leave links to the jam track. I'll try and put the tab under the video. I'll leave a link to 5 Easy Classic Rock Solos in case you want to check it out for yourself. And that's all I got for today. If you got guitar playing friends that would dig this video, I hope you'll share it with them. As always, I'm Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.